Welcome to Learnomites, where learning is for all and all that we do is for learning. I hope you have subscribed the Learnomites channel. Please like and share today's video. Last week, we saw the first part of the incredible story of Captain G.R. Gopinath. We reviewed his book, Simply Fly. We request you to view the first part again. We are providing the link in the description box below. So, let's begin. If you wish to advance into the infinite, you need to explore all resources into the finite. A quote by Johann Goethe. When Captain Gopinath returned back to India, he was possessed with that dream of starting India's first private charter space helicopter service. He met Captain Sam. Eventually, he also met Captain Vishnu Rawal and one of his old colleagues, Colonel Jayant Pawar. So slowly, Captain Gopinath started building the team and what he named as Deccan Aviation, India's first private helicopter service. He also appointed a person, according to him, a very sane chartered accountant called Mohan Kumar, who also became the first CFO or probably the first employee of Deccan Aviation apart from all the founders. So there were two challenges which were ahead of Captain Gopinath. One, how does he acquire a helicopter? And two, helicopter service being such a capital intensive business, where does he get his finance from? Where does he get the money from? Okay, if you look at the first one, how did he go ahead and acquire a helicopter? Well, he got in touch with a gentleman called Mike Robbins, who was heading Bell Helicopters. Mike traveled to India, gave a presentation and was also excited about Captain Gopinath's idea about Deccan Aviation. He connected Captain Gopinath with ITC Leasing, and that's how acquiring a helicopter was sorted. Now the question came, who will invest in the company? With a lot of research, lot of meeting up with people, networking, he finally met one gentleman called S.N. Ladhani, who was the chairman of the largest bottling plant for Coca-Cola in India. Ladhani, as Captain Gopinath observes in the book, was a typical businessman who told Captain Gopinath कि मैं free में बुखार भी नहीं देता, which meant Captain Gopinath and the Deccan Aviation team really had to work hard, which they were ready. And the date was decided. There's something unique about Captain Gopinath's way of functioning. He decides the launch date and then he starts working backwards towards the project. So it was decided that on 5th September, the first helicopter service of India, the private helicopter service, will be launched. Captain Sam was actually, it was decided that he would look after lobbying in Delhi and getting all the clearances and permissions from DGCA and other authorities. Likewise, he made close to about 65 trips, not just Captain Sam, but the entire Deccan Aviation team, and finally they got the license from the DGCA. At that time, initially, it was Ghulam Nabi Azad who was the aviation minister in the Narasimha Rao government, and later on it was a gentleman called Mr. Ibrahim who became the aviation minister in Devi Gowda's government. Now with all this in mind, as the day approached, Captain Gopi and team were all geared up. In between, ITC Leasing was not ready to lease the helicopter to Deccan Aviation because at that time they felt that the government in India was not stable and that could have impacted the overall business. Captain Gopi and team were able to sort this. Now the question came, the helicopter landed near the Jakkur base in Bangalore and it was 4th of September. On the next day, the helicopter was supposed to fly, take its first sortie in presence of the Chief Minister of Karnataka, Mr. Patel, Mr. Ibrahim, and the Deccan Aviation team. It was, media had covered this entire thing, and it was a big thing at that point in time. Now, finally they realized that there was no custom clearance. Captain Gopi ended up calling Reena and Ashok Pandey, who were based in Delhi, they were bureaucrats, and from them he came to understand that the clearance was given at the central level, but at the state level the clearance was pending. And the person who was in charge of giving the clearance was at his home. It was about 10 o'clock in the night. Captain Gopi gave him a call and the person said, well, I can give you the clearance, but you will have to get the papers. The papers are at my office. So Captain Gopi travelled to find out the person who was actually having the keys where the papers were kept. He travelled some distance from Bangalore, met the person, literally, as he says in the book, encroached a wedding reception, got the person who was also from the NDA, got him back to his office, collected the papers, went to the officer's home and got it signed at 2 o'clock in the morning. So that was 5th September. Finally, Deccan Aviation got launched and the entire team was extremely happy about it. As days passed, Deccan Aviation did some amazing things. They had a nikah in the helicopter. The helicopter was being extensively used for elections, for evangelism, and yes, of course, there was a girl who presented a helicopter ride to her father. The girl's name was Kavya on his 61st birthday. So all these were amazing human stories. Later on, Captain Gopi decided that he will also venture into low-cost airlines, and that's how Air Deccan, India's first low-cost airline, came into existence. For that, he met the iconic Conor McCarthy, who was the understudy or the mentee of Michael O'Reilly of Ryanair. He got the tips on the do's and don'ts of a low-cost airline. And finally, India's low-cost airline, Air Deccan, was launched. Air Deccan, what was the challenge there was basically they were not finding the right IT service for e-tickets. We are talking about the period of somewhere between 2004 to about 2007. They met companies like Navatar, they also met Amadeus, which was the market leader for e-ticketing at that point in time. But finally, they decided to give the work to a company called IGT, Interglobe Technologies. Now all this was getting sorted. Captain Gopi, with his brilliant mind, came up with a wonderful plan of tickets at 1 rupee. Yes, it is true. It is there in the book, and trust me, I've also checked this with a couple of friends that during that period they actually got an air ticket worth ₹1. If the person booked the ticket well in advance, almost 3 to 4 months ahead of time. This was the first time the common man, the iconic mascot created by the legendary cartoonist late Padma Vibhushan R.K. Lakshman, was used for Air Deccan's advertisements. It was an airline for the people, by the people, of the people. After all this, Air Deccan became the toast of the nation. Air Deccan also started giving stiff competition to the airlines at that point in time, which were SpiceJet and which were Indian Airlines and of course Jet Airways. Now it so happened that Interglobe Technologies, which was headed by a gentleman called Rahul Bhatia, also wanted to launch his own airline, which is popularly known today as Indigo Airlines. Because of that, Captain Gopinath was facing some challenges. In between, he had also met Vijay Mallya, and Vijay Mallya had shown interest in buying out Air Deccan. Captain Gopi refused because he thought there was a cultural difference. Captain Gopi also met one of the iconic figures of the aviation industry in the world, Sir Richard Branson, and he says that that meeting was one of the best meetings of his lifetime. Now, when Interglobe Technology slowly started taking interest in launching their own airlines, because of the conflict of interest, Captain Gopinath and team were unable to manage the finances for Air Deccan. He had no option but to sell off Air Deccan. Initially, Anil Ambani from the Reliance Industries had shown interest in buying out Air Deccan, but somehow that deal couldn't take place. And finally, Vijay Mallya bought Air Deccan. This is that chapter in the book where you really start feeling for Captain Gopinath. For all that he has done throughout the years, for his entire team, the passion with which the entire team is working, it becomes a little difficult to understand that why this happened. One knows the reason behind it, that yes, because they were not able to sort out the ticketing issue, which was one of the prime concerns of running an airline. Captain Gopi handed over the rights of Air Deccan to Vijay Mallya, and after a few days, he totally isolated or was out of the board of Air Deccan. And after that, he just focused on Deccan Aviation. When you read this part of the story, you somewhere feel for Captain Gopinath, but at the same time, he comes back very strongly with the poem of If by Rudyard Kipling and says, we have been able to create something, but I may not have been able to sustain it for a long time. But next time, when I come back, I'll come back strongly. So he ends the book on this note. What do we learn from this part of the book? Basically, it's his problem-solving ability. Some amazing stories of how they got the permissions from the DGCA and other government departments. Number 2, it's about the passion, to the extent that he'll go up to anything, he'll do anything to get it done. Number 3, it is about building relationships. So he says Air Deccan was a collaborative company. It just not belonged only to Captain Gopi, but it was the entire team. Number 4, it was about not giving up. So though things were not working, he did not give up at any point in time. Even while concluding the book, he says that I'll come back strongly. And number 5 is constant learning. He learned about the business. He learned about the ABC of aviation, and also he signed up. While he was launching the helicopter business, he signed up for a management program jointly run by IIM Bangalore and the iconic management guru Henry Mintzberg. So this is what we get from Captain Gopinath's book. As N.R. Narayan Murthy, the iconic founder of Infosys, rightly says that this book is for the budding entrepreneurs and empowers them with creativity, innovation, and life lessons of entrepreneurship. We couldn't have agreed more. I request all the viewers of Learnomites to read this book, and please share with us in the comment box what are your learnings from this incredible story of Captain G.R. Gopinath. That's it for the day, folks. See you next week with another video. Till then, please like and share this video and subscribe Learnomites. Thank you.